is that the most versatile 12 points that Hayden Hefner has put up?
You know, it's been, it may end up being a great story. If you look at where H was upon arrival, physically, mentally, his confidence level, he just continues to improve. But he has such humility. His parents are incredible people, great family. But you can sense a groundswell of confidence, like just a little, just a little. But you can also tell he was raised not to be arrogant. And so it's almost the perfect combination of hard work, and true confidence can only come from your work. And over the course of his career thus far, his work ethic has continued to evolve and morph to what you want. And there's a level of confidence that I think his teammates would say, and for sure that I would say, he's just always where he's supposed to be. And we do shooting with Buzz, and I make him play a different game. Him and four play a different game than everybody else. They play behind the NBA 3-point line, and he just plays with more and more confidence, even when he shoots it. Like, I'm to the point that when he shoots it, if his feet are set, I'm like, that's basket. You know, he shot that ball over there in the short corner off a kind of twirling around, dribble, bounce, short corner in the first half opposite of our bench. And I told him towards the end of the game, I go, hey, man, next time you do that, I'm going to hit you in the face. And he goes, why? I go, because I knew you weren't going to make it because that's not your shot. He goes, I know, but no, there's no but. Because he's playing with such, it's quiet, but it's a high level of fervor, you know, on both ends. And boy, he can change our team when he's playing the way he's been playing.
Is that turnaround fadeaway jumper?
Yeah, we don't need all of that. If you see it on a mixtape, we don't want that.
Is there anything, you were so dominant tonight, and I know you're against that a team that you're better than, but you're playing so well. Is there anything that you set out and wanted to see in this game, this opening game that you didn't see? It sure seemed like y'all checked all the boxes.
I thought we played really well in many respects. The thing that I was disappointed in, Olin, at halftime is we fouled 13 times in the first half for 14 points. 6 of those points came from fouling the three-point shooter in the act of shooting. And that's sin. You should never foul a three-point shooter in the act of shooting. And then we had 9 turnovers. That's too high. But what made that worse was 6 of those 9 turnovers were live ball that turned into 6 points in transition. So they had 14 points off free throws, 6 points off live ball turnovers transition. That was 20 of their 31, and we held them to 29% from the field. But they scored almost as many points from the free throw line as they did anywhere else. We were much better relative to turnovers and relative to fouls in the second half. I thought we were a little choppy. Some of it, I think, was first game jitters, which I give them grace on. But our staff did a phenomenal job in preparation for a very unique offense. And I didn't think the reaching fouls led to many of their points. And I thought we were better in the second half.
How did you feel the team meshed? You got to get a lot of guys on the floor pretty early.
Yeah.
A lot of new faces. How do you think they all came together?
I think I mentioned this to someone earlier today. I don't remember exactly who it was, but our returning guys have done a really good job of vocalizing all of the different daily rituals we go through. And they've kept that standard at a high level, which I think has forced the new guys to realize, well, I guess I need to do it like this because this is the way everybody else is doing it. And so I think we have a little bit more traction in regards to our daily regimen than you typically would with as many new faces as we have. And I think to some degree that's helped the cohesiveness and the chemistry that they're playing with together. I understand it's only game one, and there's a little bit like Travis and I have talked about of, are you playing big? Are you playing lean? Are you playing small? Are you playing normal and running 5 guys in at a time? Hopefully we'll have a little bit more of an idea of that going into next week. And I thought I felt more comfortable in the second half in that regard than I did in the first half, but really pleased for the cohesiveness of how they're playing. And I think that it speaks to their relationships off the floor. And I think that it also speaks to the individual time that our staff is spending with those kids and helping them know the why. I think when anybody, me or you or a player, when they know the why of something, they're able to absorb the lesson and have a chance to execute it quicker. When they don't understand why they're doing something, they feel robotic, and because they don't know the why, they don't have the intensity that's required.
You hit more threes today than you did any game last season.
Oh, is that right? Don't tell anybody. That's bad juju.
Do you feel like that's a attribute of this team, or is that just an attribute of this game?
Well, I hope that it's an attribute of the team. I think our staff did a good job in recognizing that we do need to be able to shoot the ball better. And then our staff has done a really good job, like I mentioned to you after the Kingsville game. Some of the stuff that we're doing in early offense creates us playing at the pace in the half court that we want to play with. And we're trying to merge some of what we did the last 15 games and what we've been working on thus far through 25 practices of blending it together. And I think that creates more awareness of, yeah, it's my turn to shoot this ball. And I think when you know it's your turn to shoot, you feel more confident shooting it. And I think the pace at which we're playing, 76 possession game against a team who runs tricky offense, which will slow that down. 1.14 OER on 76 possessions. 76 possessions is a fast game for game number one for sure. But I think even you, like, as much as you've seen us, like, you think, yeah, H is about to shoot that. Oh, 4 is about to shoot that. Like, when you're watching it, you're like, yeah, it's his turn. And I think it's the staff's how they've devised the merging of what we're doing in early offense and what it flows into, or when it's dead ball, this is what we're doing. And I think our guys are feeling more confident in when they're supposed to shoot.
Time for a couple more?
Just biggest takeaways from this game, and what are you hoping to carry over to ACU?
I don't ever want to take for granted how hard it is to win a game. Sam Houston won at Oklahoma. Coach G should have beat Arizona State tonight at Arizona State. Stetson beat Florida State at Florida State. That would be the first thing. And then the second thing is, regardless of who we play, if we're going to try to be the best we can be, the schedule card in-house should say that November the 7th, we played Texas A&M. And then Friday, November the 11th, we played Texas A&M. Because we have to have a standard of, this is where we were and this is where we're trying to go. And since the last time we were together and worked, we need to just be marginally better. And I think even in the first half tonight, I didn't say this to our guys, I said it to the staff post-game. You could kind of feel our group when it didn't go exactly the way we know it's supposed to go, whether that would be on offense or defense. And there was angst. There was like, we didn't do that just exactly right. I think that our guys are already aware of that on November the 7th, allows us to maybe not get caught up in the opinion of others and Twitter on, oh, you guys won by 33. Yeah, we're not playing to that angle. We're trying to play to the angle of these possessions we didn't handle this way, and we can learn from it and be a little better. Instead of waiting until Friday, we're off tomorrow because of the elections. But on Wednesday, can we learn from today and be a little better Wednesday afternoon, et cetera?
That cover it?
Thank you, guys.